Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Forex and Chill. It's June 5th, 2020. So without further ado, let me welcome Gigi to Forex and Chill. Take it away.
All right, welcome everybody, and thank you for jumping on Friday Night Forex and Chill. You know, I really didn't have a game plan for tonight. I said I was going to play it by ear, see what the audience wanted to take a look at. A couple people have mentioned they want to look at binary. If you're not familiar with binary options, our team has been migrating over to binary options, mostly so that the newer people coming into the team could get in profit and get in profit fast. Because, of course, the reason we have Forex and Chill is because Forex is very lucrative, very profitable, but it takes time to learn. And especially when you're trying to learn advanced market structure, you want to work on those entries, you want to work on knowing the directional bias of the market. Those things take time. You can sit here and chart consecutively and consistently every weekend for months and months before you become a consistently profitable trader. But with binary options, guys, we have people on track to be six-figure traders in well under 6 months with no charting. They've never drawn a trend line. They don't go to the monthly, weekly, daily. They don't look for the impulse, correction, continuation. They simply follow the strategies that have been outlined in I Am Academy. So I'm just going to give you a brief glimpse into what binary is, and then we'll take a look at the Forex charts. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go over here. Let's see, close out some stuff. All right, so I'm going to bring up just one of my practice accounts with Vide Forex. Whenever I'm practicing a new strategy or learning something new, I'll come over here and just trade it like $1 a pop until I solidify, because with everything you should demo trade. You should never just jump straight into the market. I highly suggest and urge everyone to demo everything before going live. So with binary options, instead of looking for entry, stop loss, and take profit, we are trading against time. So if you look over on the right-hand corner, you have your account balance. Like I said, this is a little account I play with, practicing strategies. Turbo is how you select the time increments.
Are you sharing your screen, Gigi? I don't see it.
Yes, I am. Does everyone not see it?
Now we see it.
See it.
You are
Okay,
live.
I see it.
Yep, it's
Okay,
on there.
yeah.
All right. All
You're
right.
hot. You're hot. You're hot.
All right. All right. So starting again, looking at binary options, we trade based on time. We don't enter to catch like 100 pips or 50 pips or even 10 or 20 pips. We are making a wager against time. And if you win this trade by 1 pipette, you win, period. So for example, right now, this has this set up to $10. It's saying that I'm going to bet $10 that in the next 1 minute, that this pair, if I put a call, that's the same as buying. So if I were to put in a call, that would be a buy, and it would say in the next 1 minute, it was going to be higher than the price. Here's your price over here on the right, just like it is with Forex. I'm going to move it over to something you're familiar with, like Euro USD. As you see, everybody wonders why the market opens with gaps on Sunday. This shows you this is a live feed. The market is actually still moving. Even though we don't trade on the weekends, the market is still live and the market is still moving. So that's why sometimes on Sunday, you see the market open up with gaps, because money makes the world go round, and the world never sleeps, so money never sleeps. The dollar and the euro, the Great British Pound is still always constantly going up and down. So this is showing you the current price of the Euro USD. I'm just going to throw away $1. I'm going to take this down to $1, and I don't have anything to go off of. So it looks like it's trying to go up. I'm just going to say that it's going up for the next minute. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It's just $1. Just to give you guys an example. This starts a ticker, and when that ticker runs out, if I am above that price, I win. If I'm below that price, I lose. And it's just as simple as that. All right, it's telling you that the Euro USD is paying 70%. If I win this trade, I get my $1 back. You see it automatically deducted the $1 plus an additional 70%. Okay. All right, time could run out here. I could have rolled over to try and win this because it's going back up, but I didn't. So when it hits this line, it'll just show that I lost it. But you see, I took the trade back here and it shows that I lost. All right, I'm gonna do, should I do another one? I wanna show you guys how to do the rollover. Okay, I'll put in another call. Usually you wanna buy them when they dip and you wanna sell them when they spike up. And all you have to do is clear by 1 pipette. So like a pip in the binary world is like 10 points. So you see now I'm in profit. It's showing me down here my payout would be $1.70. I could double up, which means I could take another entry for this same pair and it would expire at the same time. I left it on 1 minute. Now you can change this on turbo up to 30 minutes. You can actually put it in for hours because some people do swing trade off this. Like I said, the double up option, I could have put in another entry that would have started at the same time. The rollover option, if I was running out of time, I could have bought more time. Here we're getting ready to clear and you'll see it tell me that I won the trade. So I just won $1.70. See how easy that is? But we don't just look at this. We look at the scanners on iMarkets Live. I can't pull the scanners up because they're proprietary information and I don't want to share their information. But let's just look at a chart. Let's just say, oh, look, came into my zone. Look at that. I could have won that trade. But anyway, let's go over to your USD. I'm going to make it a naked chart. So what they do is they look at the lower time frames and they use different, we look at the overall trend of the market, but they use different indicators to tell you whether the market is in an overall buy. So just like right here, your MACD crossed over, take this off, your stochastic crossed over and it bounced off your Bollinger Bands and you had your parabolic SARs. So if you would have gotten in for a 1 minute buy, when all three of those happened concurrently, you would have won that trade. And that's all. That is all that binary options is. You look for a strategy. Some people, you know, can do it with the naked eye. Like right here, you get your multiple confirmations, across, a rejection off the outer Bollinger Band, and your parabolic SARs going to the upside. You could have got in for a 1 minute or even like up to a 5 minute trade. That was actually 35 minutes there that went up. So you could have gotten in and definitely cleared this with a 5 minute, 10 minute, or 1 minute trade. And guys, that's all that binary options is. So before we switch over to Forex, does anybody have any questions about that?
Gigi, I got on a few minutes late. Who are the trainers that train on binary options?
If you log into Go Live, right here, you would go to HFX, High Frequency Forex, right here. And it would list the educators just like it does. So you just choose who you want to watch. That easy. And it gives their hours. And of course, you can watch their replays. Nez was the first one with the school to hit 7 figures. Maddie's 7 figures trader. And there's someone else who's 7 figures, but I don't know who. But all of these are phenomenal educators. You can't go wrong with any of them. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Yes, Gigi. What do the educators refer to as a rollover and a cash trap?
A cash trap is a strategy that one of the educators developed. He's the gentleman that took $500 to $255,000 in 10 months. And then he took that same $500 to 1.4 million in about 14 months. And he has a software that calls out trades that people use. And I can tell you those apps really work because, like I said, I have people on my team who've been on my team less than 2 months and they've never looked at TradingView. They don't know how, you know, they didn't know anything about pips, trend lines, any of that. And they are well on their way to 6 figures in under 6 months. They've already cleared somebody's annual salary. So it's a very, very lucrative way to trade. You're in and out of the market. It's perfect for people who work or they have a schedule. Like these people are trading anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour a day. They set their own schedule. They get in and out of the market. They don't have to set stop losses, take profits, alerts, any of that. As you see, it's all live. You get in and out within 1 minute. Some people take 5-minute trades, 10-minute trades. Just depends on your trading style and what clicks. It's just like Forex. You know, some people market structure clicks. Some people institutional trading clicks. Some people the Elliott wave or the Wyckoff clicks. Well, with binary option, you might be that 1-minute person. You might be that 5-minute person. Some people like the Bollinger Bands. Some people like the EMA. Some like the MACD. Some like the stochastic. And you're just going with the momentum of the market. So it's all user preference and what makes sense to you. All right, anybody else?
Is the time frame the same? You know, on the Forex, they say don't trade between, was it 5 and 7? Would that be the same thing with binary?
I wouldn't. It seems to be laggy during then. And then, of course, you have higher spreads. Anytime there's an Asian crossover, you have higher spread on any Asian pairs like Swiss franc, Japanese yen, AUD, and NZD. All the other pairs really don't have a big spread, but you know, it's end of business here, start of business on the other side of the world. There's not really a lot going on. A lot of people have better luck trading in the morning, like New York session, and then in the evenings, like from 8 o'clock on out. Some people trade in the afternoons, but there's always something moving because the market is always moving. Somebody is asking about what's the pros and cons of binary. The pros is you can plan out your life and not have to wait for the market to move because it's moving 24/7 and you can take a trade in a minute and you don't need like 10 or 20 pips to make money. You only need 1 pipette. And I would not trade it on the weekends, no, because you don't have any live charts to chart out a strategy. So I don't, and plus everybody needs to take time away from trading. All right. One thing about the reason so many people on the team are profitable is because they get their 8% a day and they get out. They trade 4 to 5 days a week. If they make their money, they get out. They don't go back. They don't get greedy. That means you don't give it back to the market. You can trade any pair. Again, it's 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15, depending on what you like. Ezekiel, yes, I think they have so many 7-figure traders, and like there's so many people take the 500 to 5,000 in a month following that 8% a day. Warren, those softwares are part of IM Academy. You would have to be enrolled not in the Forex side, but IM Academy has a Forex side. They have a binary option side and a crypto side. Some people do straight crypto, some do straight binary, some do Forex, and some people do a mixture. So like me, I'll take 2 or 3 Forex trades a week, and then like 2 or 3 days a week, I'll sit down and trade some binary to make some extra money. Some people are doing full-time binary, some full-time Forex, and some doing a mixture. I have one guy on the team, he just does binary and crypto. He's doing very well. All right. Esther, they're all basically the same. It's all based on indicators. So any one of them that calls a trade, I know like Sean on the team likes the web slinger, Tina, I think it's is it Cash Trap she likes? Which one is it she likes so well? But like we have people on the team, they've never traded it and they've been trading less than 2 months and they're already teaching. Like we're advanced Forex traders, but they're already teaching people who've been trading Forex for a year or 2. They came in brand new and they've traded straight binary and they're already teaching the team. Oh, she likes the pickpocket. Yeah, she really likes the pickpocket. That's the one Tina likes. But yeah, these people, Matty Pitts does the Cash Trap. Matty is awesome. He's the one, again, that took the $500 to $255,000 in 10 months. And the reason he is so profitable, guys, is because he's very disciplined. All of these educators are very disciplined, especially like Evan and Maddie. If they go in and they lose like 2 or 3 trades, they stop for the day and go to another session. But if they get their 8%, they get out. Sometimes you can get your 8% in 2 or 3 trades, but they're very disciplined. And I think that's why they've been able to hit 7 figures easily. Like I said, Nez hit his 7 figures in like a year. Nez is more advanced. He's more risky. For the newer traders, I tell people to watch like Millie and Evan and Christian and some of the people who aren't as aggressive. But, you know, Nez knows his stuff. He's not a multi-millionaire from trading this stuff in 2 years for nothing. All right. Anybody else with any questions on binary? If not, we're going to switch it over to Forex. Because that's basically all that you can show on binary on the weekends. We've had a few binary and chills with the team because, of course, you always take care of the team first. We're going to make sure everything's up and running. The team jumps on a few times a week, looks at the scanners together and takes trades together. Our high figure traders are teaching the people who are just coming in. So it's a great thing we got going on. So if you're not trading binary and you're in IM, I highly suggest that you take a look at it. If you're not in IM and you would like to learn, if somebody invited you tonight to learn about Forex, definitely get back to them. The education is there. It's up to you to plug in and get the education. We have people on the team who watch some of the educators live, make a lot of money trading Forex. I'm talking about 4 and 5 figure weeks consistently just watching the educators on Forex and binary. It definitely made my life a whole lot easier when people started plugging into the system. And I think that's where a lot of people make the mistake. They get hung up on these groups and they get hung up on their team leaders or mentors, and they're not utilizing what's there available for them. Maybe nobody pointed them in the right direction, but I love pointing my team in the right direction. I'm not trying to be the star of anybody's show. I don't want my traders to be dependent on me. I want them to be able to wake up any day of the week and make money on their own. And that's what Forex is about. It's about freedom. You shouldn't have to depend on anybody for your money. You should be able to get in this market, you know, once you get the education, of course. And that's what we strive very hard to give everybody the proper education. We write out like a 30 days to success to tell them what they should do days 1 through 7, 7 through 14, you know, to make sure everybody's in profit and making money. And again, with the products, we do see people having really good profitable days under 2 weeks. All right, with that being said, we're going to move over to Forex. I want to show a little bit about market structure and what we look for in the market. Then I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Jamie, cut the rope out in Saudi Arabia, let him do his thing. Everybody knows I'm the laid back one in the team. He's like my hype man. He'll get you guys pumped up when he gets on here. But do we have anybody that's completely new to trading? Before I start marking up the chart, if you're completely new, just drop like a 1 in the chat. If you're completely new to trading Forex or binary, just drop a 1 in the chat. All right, we got some ones. Awesome, awesome. So the thing about Forex, we are trading one national currency, one country's currency against another. If you look up here in my right-hand corner, we're trading the euro, which is the European euro, against the US dollar. All right, so that means that if the euro is stronger, this is going to be going up. If the dollar is stronger, this is going to be going down. All right, so we see a good clear downtrend going on here. And the market never just continuously shoots up or down. It moves in waves or in patterns. So we see right here, a lot of people on the team know this is a good reversal pattern, which lets us know the market is getting ready to sell off. So we would have already been looking for this sell. A lot of my team members would have probably caught this up here. Some of the newer traders would have probably waited for a break of the trend line. The reason it's called a trend line is because it traps in the trend. Do we depend on it 100%? No, but it is one of the confirmations that the market is getting ready to change directions when a trend line is broken. So a lot of people would have waited for a break and a retest of the market and then sold it off. So what we do is called top-down analysis. And the reason we do that is we look at the market from beginning to end. So it's like when you get ready to read a book. If you read the cover of a book, you can't tell everything that has happened, okay? You can only tell what's on the outside cover. All right, when you're looking at the monthly time frame, each one of these candles, and this is a candle right here, represents what happened in this market, which is the Euro USD, in a month's time frame. So this candle right here is still forming. It will not be complete until the last trading day of June. So this opened up on June 1st, and that's why if you look down at the bottom down here, when I hover over it, it says June 1. When I hover over this candle, it says May 1. All right, so I'm going to show you how we break down candles. I want to act like this never happened. And this is also how you back test. There's a bar replay up here. I can cut the market off here. So now, let's see, I think I cut off one too many. Yeah, I went all the way back to April. Let me stop that. I just wanted to cut off June. All right. So this is one of your favorite tools for back testing. All right, we took off the June candle. All right, to know what goes on in the market, you need to know what happens on every time frame. Inside this monthly candle that happened from the 1st of May to the end of May, you had candles on multiple time frames. All right, so let me get a vertical line. When I put this here, now when I break down to additional time frames, it's going to just show you everything on the right is what happened in the month of May. All right, there are 4 trading weeks typically in a month. So here is what happened on the weekly time frame. Now we're down, if you look up here, we're down to our weekly time frame. And so everything that happened over here is what happened on the weekly. All right, if we break this down to the daily, now we see every single trading day. You may think there's 30 trading days, but there's not, because there's only 5 trading days per week. So we have all these candles here from this side to here. If you look, it tells you 25 days. So we had 25 trading days in the month of May. And so at the first of the month, this sold down 214 pips. Then it bought up 383 pips. So you had an opportunity to get buys and sells in on this market. All right, going below your daily, it gets to your 4-hour. Again, each one of these represent 4 hours in the market. Now, as you see, if you go down to just your 4-hour, you would be lost, because this market is consolidating up and down and sideways. So I know a lot of people who came to me when they first started learning, and they wouldn't look above their 4-hour. And I'm like, well, how do you know what in the heck is going on in the market? How do you know whether you're in an uptrend or a downtrend, whether it's consolidating, whether it's getting ready to reverse? You cannot look. This is just like reading one chapter of a book and trying to figure out what happened inside that entire book. So as we go down, we see again, you got your 1 hour, and it will show you, here's everything that happened on the 1 hour. So in those 25 trading days, now we've broken this down to 1 hour. So 25 times 24, I don't know what it is. It's a little over 100, but well, not 100, but you guys know what I'm saying. There's 24 candles in a day, and there's 25 days in this month. So that's how many 1 hour candles we had. And we break this down all the way to the 1 minute, because we like to snipe. If anybody doesn't know what sniping is, that means we like to get in at the top or bottom of a trade and have a 10 pip or less drawdown, just like some of you probably already know. This is one of our entry strategies here. We could have gotten into this trade with 0 drawdown and been up 22 pips in profit right now, just based off of a 1 minute chart. All right. So now I'm going to break this down all the way from top to bottom and just teach you how we mark up on market structure. Again, we are looking on each time frame. Each time frame, we're looking for the impulse, correction, continuation. We see consolidation areas, you get a reversal, and you're getting a retest. And that happens on the monthly, that happens on the weekly, that happens on the 15-minute. No matter what time frame you look at, you're going to see the same behavior, just in smaller increments. Okay? You got the impulse correction. What happened again? You got the consolidation, it broke out. Same thing. Now that was on the 15-minute. So we just want to look for those behaviors. The market is either going to impulse, correct, and continue. It's going to impulse through a reversal pattern and then reverse, or it's going to impulse and then immediately reverse and go the opposite direction. Those are the 3 things that happen in the market every single day. And if you know how to recognize the patterns that tell you whether it's going to correct and continue, make a reversal pattern, or whether it's just spiking up to a previous area where it's clearing out liquidity, looking for those previous highs. And a lot of times you'll see the market run up to a previous high looking left on the higher time frame, then immediately reverse. And it's just because there was liquidity in the market. All right, liquidity means that there's pending orders there. There's money. The market is looking for money. Money is in the form of liquidity. All right, so they're not looking for your stop loss. They're looking for the stop loss of the people who have millions or billions of dollars. That's why a lot of times you see those equal highs and equal lows get ran out right here, because they know that there's liquidity there. They took people's money, then pushed the market up. So those wicks are something you really need to pay a lot of attention to. So we look for swing highs and swing lows. If you don't know how to identify a swing high and a swing low, just think of a U-turn. Just imagine that you were driving down the road, you made a U-turn, you made another U-turn. So when you did, this was your previous swing high, this was your next swing high, and this was your swing low. When you came here, now you took out this low and made a lower low, made another swing high. And if you notice, the high keeps getting lower, which is letting us know we're in a downtrend. All right, this one here sort of like made an equal low, but then again, you got another lower high, which again is an indication the market is going to sell off. Finally, it took out this low, it consolidated for a while, pushed up, all right? And then it's selling back off again. So we don't trade out the monthly, so let's just start marking up. What we do is look for, looking left, we start at the most recent candle and we look left. I want to look at my most recent swing low, so I could take this and my most recent swing high, because this is where the market started making U-turns. I was really expecting this to sell back down to here and maybe take out the liquidity. It still might, but we're going to work with what's right in front of us, because we don't control the market. We can't predict the market. We can just trade alongside the market. And if you know how the institutions trade and how the market moves, then you're going to be a much more profitable trader. All right, so this is all we do on our monthly chart. We look at the most recent looking low where it swung around, and the most recent where it swung down. All right, then we go to our weekly and we try to figure out if there's a trend going on. I see some crazy consolidation going on here. I tell people if the market is too broad, I tell them scrunch it in and look for a trend. If you look at this, I really don't like this trend. You could do that if you wanted to, but whenever I see something that has broken trend and you don't know what it's doing, I like to focus on the area that it's consolidating in. So what I want to look at is where it created its high and low on this lower time frame. All right. So previously, before this breakout here, everybody was trying to trade this and it was stuck in a range. And I advised everybody to be careful trading in this range, because when it's ranging like this, eventually it's going to break out. And it's hard to tell which way it's going to break out. You had liquidity to the downside, liquidity to the upside. But the thing about the Euro USD, if you know what's going on with the dollar, you just trade it the exact opposite. So remember I told you guys earlier, you can get an impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation. Well, here you got a reversal, a reversal, a reversal, and then you got consolidation. So the market really wasn't giving a pattern here. It was consolidating. And a lot of this is because of COVID and everything that's going on in the world. It does affect the market, because when people are confident in a currency, it will go up. When they are not confident in a currency, it will go down. So here, either the euro got weak or the dollar got strong, and vice versa here. The euro got strong or the dollar got weak. If you want to know which, you can go over to your DXY, which is your dollar. It tells you what the dollar is doing. And yep, we had marked this up expecting it to sell, but you see it had a crazy spike before it sold. All right. Again here, the dollar, you saw that impulse. Then it reversed, made a corrective pattern, and then sold off. And if you go back to the Euro USD, it did the exact opposite. So if you're trading Euro USD, always know, there you go. this went the complete opposite way. All right, so I'm gonna take all that off and do it without that trend line. I'm still gonna look at this right here. I've been watching that for a while, expecting it to trade down. Going down to the weekly, again, if you look left, I wanna focus on where is this wick hitting? What did that wick hit and why? Whenever I have sideways consolidation, I look to my wicks and I see what they were trying to take out. All right, you see we had an area of consolidation here. I had been expecting the euro to sell down because we had this big gap here that it finally came in and closed on the weekly. When it was trading down here, I kept telling everyone on my team and anybody that was on ForexNChill to be aware of this gap in price right here. My older charts, I have it marked on there, but this candle body, and if I dropped USD CAD last week, we'll look at that too. But this finally got closed out, and see now it's just going back to a previous high where you have these equal highs here. So above equal highs, what do we say we have? We have liquidity. All right. That's what they were after. There was liquidity sitting here because you had these clean equal highs. What did they do? Whenever they run liquidity off, they immediately reverse the market. All right. And you see it went in there, gave us an engulfing candle. The market came back, retested this candle that got engulfed, and looks like it's going to try to sell off again. This is a very ugly market. There's not been a lot of good, clean, perfect setup. So everybody's been taking the patterns and the trades that they could see and making the most of it, getting in and out of the market. I'm used to catching 300-400 pip moves. I've been catching like 100-200 pip moves, getting in and out of the market. I get 100 these days, I'm happy. All right, looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour, if you had been looking on a lower time frame, we see this pattern, one of our favorite patterns, which is an ascending channel, which also means that we have divergence going on. If you use the MACD, it gave us a break, a retest, and a sell continuation. I personally would have sold this based on the fact that it came to that previous candle that got engulfed, and it ran into it. It ran right into that liquidity, and there you go. All right, I'm going to look at USD CAD, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jamie. Let me look at the daily. I have been telling everybody, I posted this last week. Sunday, I actually posted it, and I told everybody that this was going to close out this gap from March 5th, 2020. This was my trade of the week. I was on with some people Sunday. The market was right here, and we took the sell, and there you go. 406 pips to close out this gap. Just like we just saw that gap on Euro USD, always keep your eyes open for these. These are very good areas to focus on the market closing in the future. All right, anybody got any questions on that?
Nope. But I wasn't missile.
All right, so that's it for me. That's it for me, unless anybody has any questions. I just muted myself, I don't know why. But this is all I ever have on my charts now. I look for those areas of liquidity. I already know what my trend is. And again, this is manipulated by the DXY. Since the dollar was tanking, this tanked as well. I focused on this area. This was an area of consolidation. It broke out, came back up, and I sold it from the top. Of course, I didn't enter off the 15-minute. I mean, the daily, I entered off the 15-minute. And again, if we look in this area of consolidation that I had marked off, we had an ascending channel. I caught it at the top when it took out previous liquidity out of this area, because you had these clean equal highs here. It came back in and retested this candle right here that got engulfed. And that was all she wrote. Got in with little to no drawdown and caught a good 400 pip move. All right. Any questions about that, guys? So that's it. You guys be blessed. Glad to have you on here tonight. Have a great weekend and stay safe out there, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank you,
Thank
Gigi.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
training, GG.
Thank you.